Hello guys, FlyOver here and welcome to the third video of our tutorial series about Garmin G1000 NXi. And in today's video we are going to make a full flight to cover up everything we mentioned in the previous video. And for all of you who didn't watch previous videos, I highly recommend that you go back. You can even find the playlist link down in the description, so you can click on that link and you can see all of the videos from the playlist of Garmin G1000 NXi. And I highly recommend actually to watch first two videos in order to be to catch up with everything what we're gonna do in this video. First of all, before we start, I want to thank you, each one of you who subscribed to my channel. I didn't expect that anybody will even watch my videos. I'm just making them for, I don't know, some personal satisfaction and pleasure, and I really want to help people because I am myself sim enthusiast, and I know that there is many people out there who maybe like this new Microsoft Flight Simulator, and maybe they don't have resources or they don't have proper information of how to do things properly. So yeah, I'm here. You can ask anything you want. If I know, I will help you, and maybe I can even learn something from you. I don't know. Right? Okay, anyway, thank you very much again for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, let's go to the business. Okay, as you can see, we are now in Croatia, and yeah, it's because I'm Croatian, obviously. No, I am familiar with this kind of airports and with this everything, so yeah, it's like the easiest for me to make the tutorial flight somewhere where I've like million times already and I know everything. So yeah, we are in Croatia in airport Split, and we are flying to airport Zagreb. And just for the reminder, this is our route that we actually create last time. So we have a route SIRMI, M725 airway, RUDIK and Zagreb from Split, of course. So this is the route. The pinky one is departure, it's SIRMI to Echo, and this bright green is our arrival, and this one is our approach. So this is arrival, this is approach, right? Rudy 6 Alpha is our arrival, and we have ILS runway 04 with Papa India Sierra, that is this one here. Transition Papa India Sierra. Okay, so this is our flight plan, and I'm going to actually use this flight plan again, and this is going to be a little bit longer video. I hope you don't mind. Maybe it will be even 1 hour or maybe more. I will cut off actually everything unnecessary. I won't bother you to stay with me on cruise when I'm doing nothing, but I will actually try to cut and bring you every time when I do something important or change something with instruments. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to enter the flight plan again from the beginning, because if you, just for the people who didn't watch last video, I'm going to do whole procedure again. So I'm gonna enter flight plan. So how we enter flight plan? If you already watched this, and if you don't want to watch this again, you can skip just a little bit ahead, but I will be fast, just fast. How you enter flight plan? You click here on flight plan, and if you don't have cursor here, you just click in the middle of the big button and it will show here. So with big knob we are moving around, with small knob we are actually choosing the letters, but we don't have to choose letters because we can click here on this icon and we can enter Lima Delta Sierra Papa, that is Split Airport, as we can see. Okay, enter. We are on runway. Which runway? We are on runway 23, right? So let's go, choose 23, enter, enter again. That is our origin. Okay, now let's go back. Let's enter our destination again, this small knob, and then when we get this that we can type, we can just press this button here, Lima Delta Zulu Alpha, Zagreb Pleso Airport. Yes, that's it. Actually, it's not Pleso. Yeah, well, Pleso. It's Franjo Tuđman Airport, but I believe here maybe it's called Pleso still. I don't know. Anyway, we enter our airport, enter, and we know we're gonna land to runway 04, so enter and enter again, and now we are going to en route. Our first waypoint is going to be SIRMI, so we are going to type here SIRMI in Croatia. That's the one. Like I said, if there is duplicate waypoints, when you press enter, it's gonna show you the list, and then you choose the one which is actually appropriate for you. But in this case, there is only one and only SIRMI, so yeah, we just press SIRMI. Now we need to enter airway. How we enter airway? We are staying in this empty line. We're gonna press menu, and we're gonna press enter on load airway. And we need to choose airway, so our airway for today is one and only M725. Press enter, and then it's gonna ask what waypoint we're gonna exit the airway. So we're gonna exit at RUDIK. Yes, RUDIK is our last waypoint. So we press RUDIK, and it's gonna go SIRMI across Monid to RUDIK. Yes. Now we go down and press load. Yes, and that is our flight plan, as you can see. But we are missing, of course, sorry, let me remove that red stuff because it will bother us. So we are missing departure and arrival. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna press procedure, and first we're gonna choose our departure. Let's press enter, and GPS already know that we are on Split Airport, so now we're gonna choose our departure, and our departure is going to be SIRMI 2 Echo, like in the flight plan, remember? SIRMI 2 Echo, and this is the waypoints, and as you can see that SIRMI 2 Echo actually doesn't bring us all the way to SIRMI, but it say that after Zulu Delta Alpha 42 you have manual sequence of flight. You have manual sequence, so you need to fly manually this part. But I intentionally choose this departure, so we can somewhere on this way, on this leg, we can choose direct SIRMI, so I can show you how to go direct in GPS. That's why I choose this one. Okay, so enter, and now we have our departure, and now we can also immediately load arrival and approach. So let's just choose our arrival. Our arrival is going to be RUDIK 6 Alpha. RUDIK 6 Alpha, press enter, and let's go down to load, press enter and enter again. We have loaded a RUDIK, and also we can select our approach, and it's going to be clean ILS 04, and it will ask us, do we have vectors for approach or we have transition. So we know that we are ending at Papa India Sierra, so it's gonna give us transition from Papa India Sierra to align us with the localizer. So we are choosing Papa India Sierra transition, right? And we need to choose our minimums. So our minimums at this moment, you can only choose baro minimums, you cannot choose radio. So for that part we are going to need our chart, and our baro minimums will be 553 here for ILS. So 553, it's in the ILS chart, so you go to the last chart of final approach, and you can read your minimums for your category of aircraft and everything here in the bottom of the plate of the chart, right? I will make separated tutorial how to read these navigational charts. That one I'm gonna make separate later, but for now I'm just telling you so you know. So 553, so we're gonna move right here, and we're gonna scroll 553 with our smaller knob, and 553 we don't have actually 553, we have 550. That is the closest that we can actually get to 553, so we go to 553. Now we go again on that outer knob, scroll through all the waypoints and click load. Do not click activate, because if you click activate you will immediately activate your approach, so you don't want to activate because it will activate automatic when we are there. So we just want to load approach so it can be visible in the flight plan, but we don't want to activate because we are still very far from the approach. So be careful, never click on activate, click on load, and it will tell you of course that it is standard warning, so it's not approved for GPS, blah 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 blah. Yes, we're gonna click yes. That will always be that warning, so yeah. And this is our flight plan. As you can see, we do not have still top of descent calculated, but it's gonna be, don't worry. It's probably not calculated because we have that manual sequence here. So we need to fly that manual sequence, and after that, after we go direct SIRMI, it will probably calculate already our top of descent, right? So that's it. We can remove this and we can check on our flight plan, and as you can see it's end here and then it continues at SIRMI. So this part actually we need to fly manually, but we are going to say direct SIRMI somewhere after this turn, and we're gonna fly SIRMI. I will show you how actually to press direct and how to use direct in the flight. So you know, if ATC tell you go direct monid, you will just know how to go direct monid. I will tell you when we are in the air. So that's it. With this side we are done with our flight plan. The rest what we need to do is actually set up our altitude, and our altitude is going to be 12,000 feet or flight level 120, because again in the chart we know that transition altitude for Croatia is 10,000 feet, and like I said, later in further future tutorial I'm gonna explain you how to read the charts, but you have to trust me on this one. Transition altitude is 10,000 feet, so actually it is flight level 120 for us. Okay, that's it. And it's okay, we already have GPS here as navigational source. What we can do, we can prepare certain things, like we can arm the GPS. We can just arm it. Autopilot is not yet on, it is just armed, right? So we press GPS to arm the autopilot, and also we have set our altitude. We're gonna set up a flight change, and I'm going to set it up on like 140 knots. That will be our climb speed to 12,000 feet or flight level 120. So that's it. That's it. We are all set up, and the one thing, I mean, this is not tutorial about how to fly the airplane, but one thing that is very wise to set up is to set up your heading bug to the runway heading, just in case if you fail to do something or you need to deal with the other things, that you can just put autopilot and heading and your aircraft will follow runway heading. Just for any case, you're gonna set up, if your autopilot fails to follow the GPS or whatever, you can always set up heading in the runaway direction. That is always wise. Of course, what else? Your transponder is going to be on alt, and that is all actually. We can take off now, and after we take off I will tell you everything else which is important to know about our flight plan and everything else. Alright, so flaps are on takeoff, and let's just take off then. Release parking brake, let's advance our throttle, and we can actually take off for the first time in this tutorial series. We can actually take off and fly something. So enough theory, let's go and do practice, right? I will later zoom in this map, so don't worry. At this moment, I just wanna focus on takeoff. Let's gear up. Let's bring it to the stable climb. Something like this. And what we can do now is press the autopilot. Flaps up, right? And we are on autopilot. We can see now that we are flying. Oh, sorry. We are flying actually first leg of our departure. It totally doesn't matter what is outside. Outside is not our interest. Our interest is now here in the instruments. So we don't have to see anything outside. We can just look at our instrument actually whole flight until landing. Until just before landing, we don't even have to see outside. Even if it's fog, even if you are inside of the clouds or whatever, you don't have to see anything outside. You can completely fly your airplane just looking at these instruments here. And that's actually the beauty of instrument flying. As you can see, since I engage autopilot, you see here that GPS is active, autopilot is active, and the flight level change is active, and it's armed at 140 knots, and you can see that we are climbing actually at 140 knots, and our vertical speed is 1300 feet per minute. And what you see here, 3000, that is our next altitude restriction, but that one is on Papa India Sierra only there at our approach. So it's already here, as you can see, and you can also see that we still don't have top of descent calculated, but don't worry, wait until we just make this right turn. We are still climbing, and I will let it climb more. Why I'm not going direct SIRMI immediately? Because we are not on enough altitude, and if you can see, we have some mountains over there. So I want to avoid that mountains, so I want to gain as much altitude I can here at this part of departure that we have. And now when we gain enough altitude, like let's say maybe 4,000 or 5,000 feet, we can go direct SIRMI, and I will show you how to use direct. Let me just zoom out a little bit so we can see that SIRMI is very far. As you can see, it's all the way there. But how we gonna go direct SIRMI? Because you see we can fly only until Zulu Delta Alpha 42, that is like 8.3 nautical miles. This is 8.3 nautical miles, and we can fly only there, and then after that we have that manual sequence. So what we're gonna do, we are going to, let me come closer here. Actually, let me zoom on this camera like this. Okay, we are going to open our flight plan. We are now as you can see, we are now established on the track. If I remove that, we are now straight on this leg of our departure. So, flight plan and this big outer knob, just scroll until you find SIRMI, and SIRMI is going to be up here. Oh, SIRMI. Okay, we are at SIRMI. Press this button with arrow, D, that means direct, D with arrow, and it's gonna be SIRMI here. And if that is your SIRMI that you're looking for, of course you can type here any waypoint if you want, but yes, we want that SIRMI. Let's scroll down, activate, press enter, and we are going to fly direct SIRMI now. Let me see. This is our direct. Let me see. You can see that GPS show deviation to the right. That means we are not on course, because we could choose different course. If we press here, if you press direct, here you have course on which one you wanna intercept SIRMI, so you can actually choose course. I didn't choose course intentionally to show you that actually it's not good what it offer you. You need to know on what course you wanna intercept SIRMI, and then you enter that course, press activate, and it's gonna activate directly from your airplane to that course. But since we have chosen 008, now we are going to fly to that course of 008, and then we're gonna go to SIRMI. So yeah, that's how it is. Let me zoom out a little bit. Up, up, up. Yeah, you can see we have purple line direct to SIRMI. So we are good. And if I open flight plan, now we have our top of descent, because we have complete route all the way to our approach. So it say that we're gonna reach top of descent in 47 minutes actually. 46 minutes and 50 something seconds. And it's going to be Pisarovina or Papa India Sierra at 3000 feet. So our top of descent will be earlier a bit. And we can actually see that top of descent if we look better, if we zoom out here. Just after Zulu Alpha Golf 36, here is our top of descent, and bottom of descent is going to be at Papa India Sierra. However, if I look at the flight plan, and we will fly at 12,000 feet all the way, Monid, RUDIK, everything 12,000 feet, and then after Zulu Alpha Golf 42 we're gonna start our descent, because on Papa India Sierra we need to be at 3,000 feet. I don't want that. I want to be on RUDIK at 9,000 feet. Let's say I want to be 9,000 feet at RUDIK, just for the sake. So how you gonna edit to put restriction in your flight plan? How you gonna edit that? How you gonna put that? It's easy. Just scroll yourself to here, and then choose 0, then move yourself and scroll to 9. You just dial the number what you want. So we wanna be on RUDIK at 9,000 feet. Press enter, and we have RUDIK at 9,000 feet, and also we have our top of descent moved before RUDIK actually even further it will calculate for us. But it won't be calculated yet. Why? Because we are still not at 12,000 feet. After we climb on 12,000 feet, it's gonna calculate top of descent for us properly. Then we're gonna have proper top of descent. For now we cannot see it actually. It is somewhere here, but it's not yet properly calculated. So it will be somewhere here. It will probably move a little bit up or down, but at this moment we are not at 12,000 feet. So after we climb to 12,000 feet, we will have our top of descent just before RUDIK. So you will see when we reach to our top of descent, we're gonna start descent. At RUDIK we're gonna be at 9,000 feet, then we're gonna fly further, and then we're gonna descend further to be at 3,000 at Papa India Sierra. I hope you can follow me. I hope I didn't do anything too fast, or I don't know. I hope I understand clearly what I hope I explain you clearly so you can understand. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so let's just focus on our flight. Actually, nothing special is going to happen until we reach to our top of descent. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna pause the recording now. I'm gonna climb to 12,000 feet. Actually, what is important now, when you are close to your top of climb, what you need to do is you need to maintain your throttle. But like I said, this is no tutorial how to fly the aircraft, but that is something I really have to tell you, because it's kind of tightly related to the G1000 NXi, and you're gonna see now, since we start lose vertical speed, you can see this purple tape here is going up. That means your speed is going up. If I move my throttle down, see how that purple thing is shrinking, and when it's shrink all the way like this, that means you have exactly set throttle that you can keep continuous speed of 151, for example. If I lower down the throttle now, it's gonna expand downwards, you can see, and we are starting to lose speed. So this is your indicator actually how is your throttle set. If I push throttle up a little bit, see, I stopped losing my speed, and I'm now fixing at 147. If I add throttle a little bit, let's say I want to my speed to be 151, so I will add a little bit of throttle, 151, then I'm going to take the throttle away, and when this one shrink all the way, it's gonna go up and down a little bit because of the wind and everything, but approximately that is your perfect throttle, and then we are keeping our speed at 151, and we are leveled at 12,000 feet, or flight level 120. Anyway, now when we are on 120, let me show you. Since we have passed already transition altitude of 10,000 feet, what we need to do is actually go to PFD option and click on standard baro, so we can set our baro to 1013. It was 1013 because I have weather turned off, but let's say we need to set up in if you fly with real weather and your QNH is different. After you passing transition altitude, you need to set up to standard, so you are going to put standard like that. So PFD option and click standard baro. And also, if you want to remove it from standard, also you go to PFD option and again standard baro, and it's gonna bring it back to the number. So that's actually how. But for us now, it doesn't have any change because standard baro is 1013 and we are flying with 1013, so I don't want to change that. I will leave like this, but this is also option, so just wanted you to know how to change to standard and back. That's it. Okay, so we are stable, our speed is stable, we are flying still to SIRMI waypoint, we are stable at 12,000 feet, 151, 152 knots, everything is good, and I'm gonna bring you back just before top of descent, when actually it's going to become interesting. Okay, we are now at almost at our top of descent. So let's prepare ourselves for the descent. And how we're gonna do it? When we know that we are close to top of descent, what we're gonna do, our actually first restriction altitude is 9,000 feet because we put it on RUDIK, and our next one is 3,000 feet. So I'm gonna put it all the way to 3,000 feet. I'm gonna just set up here, don't click anything, just crank it up to 3,000 feet, crank it down actually to 3,000 feet. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna press this button here, VNav. I'm gonna press VNav, and you can see that here it's not active, it's just armed vertical path. And what is going to be when we come close to this top of descent, it's going to activate vertical path and it's going to descend for us. You don't have to do anything. Aircraft will descend by itself. So we have our top of descent. We have restriction of 9,000 feet at RUDIK and 3,000 feet of at Papa India Sierra. So we already put here the bottom altitude of 3,000 feet, but aircraft will not descend to 3,000 feet. It will follow the restriction in the flight plan, so it's going to descend to 9,000 feet at RUDIK, and it will stay on 9,000 feet, and it will give us new top of descent somewhere here before Papa India Sierra. And you can see now we are already super close to our top of descent, and you heard the sound, vertical path, and also we get this glide slope. And now you can see this arrow is slowly going down. When this arrow going down, that means we are closer and closer to our top of descent. And when it comes to middle, airplane will start to go down slowly. What you need to do is, remember how I told you that purple thing going up and down, you need to be careful to maintain your speed. So what you will probably have to do is to decrease the throttle a little bit. That's normal. When airplane go down, you need to decrease the throttle. You can see here that already programmed the vertical speed. Here we are at vertical path, and it's going to be around 1,000 feet, and you can see that our purple thing is started to go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take out a little bit of the throttle just to maintain the speed, or maybe even lower a bit to go back to 151, and then I'm gonna stabilize it there, so somewhere around 151. Let's just let it do, and you can see we are descending to 9,000 feet because that is our first restriction. Now you can see that V path is green and ALTV is white. That means is armed, and it will hold our altitude of 9,000 feet after we reach to there. Okay, we are now at 151, 152, and we can now adjust our throttle. It's just 1 millimeter up and down, just to stabilize the speed on that designated number, whatever. What else you can check now, because we already have our arrival and our approach inside, you can check that your ILS frequency is already set, and it should be set automatically by the GPS. You don't have to set frequency, you don't have to set course, it will set automatic. But I have to tell you that I have situation, like for example on Sarajevo airport, it doesn't set for me. So it depends from scenery to scenery, so you need to always verify that your ILS frequency is set. So how you can see that? Again, you just open your chart and you can see here your ILS frequency of 109.5 and your course is 043, and also you can see your ILS frequency and course here on ILS chart. So we can see here that is already set 109.5, and that's it. That means it's already set, so we don't have to do anything. We don't have to even activate approach. It will activate by itself when we come to Papa India Sierra. You will see. You will see, just take your time and you're gonna see. Okay, so we are close to 9,000 feet. This is our first restriction, and we will now level off when we reach to 9,000 feet. Aircraft will level off. See, we have here bottom of descent. If you check, RUDIK is our BOD, or bottom of descent. So we will level off, and what you need to do when aircraft level off, you will need to increase throttle a little bit, otherwise you will lose the speed. So see, we are leveling off and our speed started to go down, so we need to increase the throttle in order to maintain our speed. So I increase throttle a bit, and that's it. I'm happy with this speed. Let's say it's just few knots up and down, it's okay. And we are level at 9,000 feet. Look at now what happened here. I didn't click anything. We reached 9,000 feet. Our next restriction is 3,000 feet. Our altitude is holding at 9,000 feet, but we have armed new V path. We already have armed, because you don't have to click again VNav. No, it's already armed here for you, and our next top of descent is just here before the turn to Papa India Sierra, because remember, Papa India Sierra we need to be at 3,000 feet, so we will start our descent right here at it just calculate for us new top of descent. It's super awesome. You don't have to do anything. Actually, it's same like you flying Airbus or Boeing and you have FMC and everything is calculated for you. Well, this is absolutely the same. It can do everything for you. By the way, one more thing, very important I need to say, it's going to be another one video about Garmin G1000 NXi, and in the next video, that will be fourth video, I'm going to show you how to actually create holds and how to enter the holds, how to exit the holds, and everything about holds. Because yes, this GPS also can create holds and can keep the holds and hold the holds and everything. So yeah, we're gonna do that in the next video. I'm gonna show you how to create holds. So it's going to be another one video, and maybe if I come out with some other idea, maybe I'm going to make fifth video about something that I maybe missed, or if you have any question or whatever, you can leave your suggestion down in the comment. I will be more than happy. And also, if you need a tutorial about something else, you can tell me. If I know, if I can do tutorial, I will be more than happy to help you. So please leave the comment down below, ask if you need anything, and I will see if that is in my possibility. I'm going to make tutorial for you, no problem at all. So, I believe I will just keep going, and I'm gonna bring you back again before next top of descent. Okay, we are now about 1 minute from our top of descent again. Yes, 1.5 minutes. You can see 1 minute 29. So we just wait. Everything is armed already. We don't have to click again on VNav because it's already armed. We don't have to click anything. What only thing what we need to do is when aircraft started to go down, we're gonna reduce our throttle to match the speed, and that is all actually. That's all, nothing else.
Vertical track.
Okay, vertical track. Now it starts to go down. And then when it comes to the middle, we are starting our descent, because you can see now, let me zoom better. So here we start our descent. This is our bottom of descent. It's going to be, it doesn't say, but it's going to be, we need to be at 3,000 feet at Papa India Sierra. And after we pass Papa India Sierra on this small track, I'm gonna press approach button, arm the approach, and then when we align with localizer, it's going to take over from GPS, and then we are going in our regular ILS and just down to the runway. Super easy. You're gonna see it's super easy. Okay, we are started our descent again, so let me just reduce the throttle like this. We're just keeping our speed stable. We are going down. And we are slowly descending from 9,000 to 3,000 feet. You can see. It's super simple, super easy. And you can also follow that here. Let me zoom better so you can see actually. Later when we come close to Papa India Sierra, I'm gonna zoom it even better so you can see that transition part. But for now it's good like this, so we can see whole track. And what you need to do is only monitor your speed. Always monitor your speed, so you are not if you lose too much speed, you're gonna be below your glide path, because your airplane will start to drop down. It won't be able to maintain your altitude, right? It won't be able to follow. So you need to maintain your speed. That is important, and nothing else. GPS will do everything for you. It's super simple actually. Like I said, same like you flying Airbus or Boeing with FMC. Exactly the same. Yeah, we actually had landing light all the way, so yeah, we can just keep them on now at this moment, because like I said, it's not tutorial about how to fly aircraft. Actually, I focus on these things, so it doesn't matter did I on the lights or not. And always follow your track with your heading bug. In case GPS has bug or just go crazy or whatever, you can always switch to heading and maintain your course without problems. So it's always good when we make turn now. After we make turn, I'm gonna follow with heading bug again. You can just follow and adjust your heading bug always with your course. It is always smart to do, because you never know what may happen. Okay, see, it will tell you in 2 seconds, 1 second, now, and we're gonna start our turn. And now when we're gonna start our turn, I will adjust my heading bug again with the GPS needle. It will be 0.28 like this, and we are on the way to our final waypoint of Papa India Sierra, and you can see BOD showed up there already, bottom of descent. So that means it calculation is good, and we will descend to 3,000 feet at Papa India Sierra. That is actually our vertical speed, which GPS actually calculated for us, so we don't have to think about that. Just monitor your speed and always watch for that purple tape here. If it's going up or down, you adjust your throttle to level it off, and that's it. And you can see that we already have armed altitude, so it will hold us at 3,000 feet after we reach 3,000 feet, right? Again, like I said, check that your ILS frequency is properly loaded, but it should be if you already choose your arrival and your approach. It should be already loaded in your nav. Here Just check on that. And then also you don't have to follow this. For example, if you have vectors now, if you have ATC and tell you, okay, turn right heading 060, intercept ILS 04 for Zagreb, for runway 04, then you will turn that heading, you will press heading button, you will turn right, you will intercept that, and you're gonna switch CDI immediately to localizer and immediately intercept that ILS. You don't have to follow GPS, but we are now following GPS because I want to show you how GPS work actually. But in case you are flying online and ATC tell you turn right heading or whatever, you just crank your heading to 040, press heading button, airplane will go here like this, in this direction, right, like here, and it will align with the localizer, and then you just switch here CDI, you change navigation source from GPS to localizer, and it's going to catch for you, and that's it. But for now let's just stay on 027, and we are approaching to our altitude, see, even before our bottom of descent. Let me zoom in now. Let's say I wanna arm approach now, and I click the button and nothing happened. Look, nothing happened, nothing happened. Why? Because I didn't reach my approach yet. My approach starting after Papa India Sierra. I'm still on my arrival, so I didn't start my approach yet, and I cannot press approach. It won't allow you. If you want to start earlier approach, you need to change your nav source to localizer, and then you can press approach and no problem go in approach immediately. But we won't do that. I wanna show you how actually is going to be. Look, now in 2 seconds we are changing, and now we are on our approach. If I press the button now after we pass, just watch this. After we pass, okay, we need to now increase our speed because we are there. If I press approach button now after we pass Papa India Sierra, look, localizer and glide slope are armed already, and then when we come here to our to align with the localizer, it will just become green. Just watch, just watch. We are just about to catch the localizer, and it will switch automatically. I'm not doing anything. Look, okay, there you go. It's already captured localizer, you can see, and now it will align us with the localizer. I didn't do anything, everything was just automatic, and that's the point actually. Okay, let's set up our heading to 043, as we should be aligned with localizer. And what we can do now, we can actually lose a little bit of speed now, because we are about to start our glide slope. You can see our glide slope is slowly going down. When it starts to go in the middle, we will have to we will have to start our descent. So what we can do, we can add a little bit of flaps. We can also lower down our gear now, and what we can do, lower down our throttle a bit and start slowly preparing ourselves for approach. Now if we look through the window, we will see airport just in front of us. We are perfectly aligned with the runway, right? So simple. And we are on track, see? We are just on localizer and glide slope. We are on ILS without pressing anything. So what we need to do now is just keep our approach speed. We need to lower down more flaps. You can do it now or you can do it later, whatever. We need to be below 190 knots in order to put our landing flaps. And let's keep our speed around 100 knots, something like that. Let's set up our throttle, same like we are on the vertical path. Exactly same, just we are now on our glide slope. Exactly same. Let me zoom out to show you. So we are now completely configured for landing. Of course, like I said before, it's same like you flying Airbus or Boeing, just one difference. This GPS doesn't have auto land, so you cannot let aircraft land for you like you can do in Boeing or Airbus. You still have to land manually, but it will keep you aligned with the runway and on the glide path all the way down. And whenever you feel comfortable to turn off the autopilot and land it with your hands, you can do it. Now, if you want to do it now, already from 1,600 feet, you can do it. See, we have outer marker blinking already. See, if we open, we see that is outer marker actually blinking. That's cool. Now we're gonna pass middle marker, and then we have inner marker, and then we are on runway. So wherever you feel comfortable to turn off autopilot and land with your hands, you can do it. What you need to pay attention is just that you are on your glide path, that you are on your glide slope, right? Center it, and that you are aligned with a localizer. That is only important. And of course, you can also monitor your puppy lights over there and see. As closer you come to the runway, those puppy lights will become less reliable, less accurate actually. So, and also glide slope. Later, the closer you go, also, because this aircraft, like I said, doesn't have auto land capabilities. So the closer you go to the runway, it will become less accurate, especially the glide slope. So it will be wise somewhere like here, let's say like here, this moment, I'm gonna press autopilot, and you can see autopilot become yellow. And now I have control in my aircraft. I can land manually. I am flying. Autopilot is off, and I'm just going to align myself with that green needle. Okay. Throttle to 0, flare, and land. That's it. It was not quite a landing, but it's okay. So yeah, we have low fuel because I didn't anticipate that we will fly that much, but okay. So actually that is everything you need to know in order to fly from point A to point B anywhere in the world. Principle is totally the same. So you just apply this, what you learn in this tutorial, and you cannot mistake. That's all. I am signing out. Thank you very much for watching, and you can wait for the next episode, because in the next episode I'm going to cover holds and how to use actually holds in this GPS, because we have hold function. Not here now at this moment, but if you go to flight plan, if you go to any of these waypoints, up, now I mess up everything, but if you go to any jeez, if that happened to you, you just go clear and flight plan and everything is okay. See, now this one I wanted to show you. If I go, for example, RUDIK, and if I press menu, you have holds. You can just enter holds. So I will show you how and what is actually important in order to enter holes. And by the way, okay, now let's say you are landed and you wanna fly somewhere else, and you still have this flight plan here. So what you're going to do, you're gonna enter the flight plan, right? You're gonna enter your flight plan, you're gonna press menu, and you're gonna scroll down to delete flight plan, press enter, and you have empty flight plan. You just press your button, and then you can enter your new flight plan from Zagreb to wherever you wanna go. So actually, to delete your flight plan, you just go to menu and to delete flight plan, or you can even invert flight plan so you can fly back where you come from. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it was educational and useful, and see you in the next video. Bye.